Okay, so we're going to look at titration, which you've done at GCSE, and this example is definitely just a GC. It's definitely not beyond GCSE at all, and we'll work them up a little as through the videos getting more and more difficult. Okay, so with titration, we're always going to need this equation: concentration is equal to moles over volume in dm cubed. And just a little change from GCSE, you can see here, look, there's the units of concentration. Tend not to write it at A level as like that, but we, if you remember that in maths, 1 over x is equal to x to the minus 1, isn't it? Or 1 over x cubed is equal to x to the minus 3, and so on. So that's why we have mole per decimeter cubed dm to the minus 3. That's the unit the way we write the unit usually. Okay, so anyway, right, we've got the equation for the reaction. You always need the equation here. So what we're doing, if you read the question, you've got sodium hydroxide, which has been placed in into the conical flask, and we know the concentration of that. That's 0.134 mole per decimeter cubed. And we're going to add the HCl to that from the burette. We want to find out the concentration of this. We don't know it. And the volume we need to add, it tells us 28.5 centimeters cubed. So let us work out how will we do that then. So first of all, the equation here is telling us that 1 mole, they react in a 1-to-1 ratio, 1 mole of NaOH reacts with 1 mole of HCl. Okay, so we can work out the the moles of NaOH, because look, we know that's 25, we know the volume of that, 25 centimeters cubed, and we know the concentrations. We know those two things. That means you can work out the moles of NaOH. Let's do that. So moles of NaOH, we need to rearrange this formula here. So moles is equal to conc times the volume. The concentration, they tell us, was 0.134 mole per decimeter cubed. The volume, you have to be careful here, it's 25 centimeters cubed, but we need to convert that to dm cubed, divide by 1,000. That's 0.025 dm cubed. To do that in a calculator. Okay, it will give it in standard form. The calculator will leave it in standard form, 3.35 times 10 to the minus 3 moles. So we can say from that, so therefore the moles of HCl is the same as that, because they react in a 1-to-1 ratio. So now we know the moles of HCl and we know the volume of HCl. Okay, so we can work out the concentration. So concentration of HCl is equal to the moles over the vol, which is equal to 3.35 times 10 to the minus 3. And we had 28.5 centimeters cubed. Well, that's equal to 0.0285 dm cubed. And that is equal to 0.11754. Okay, on my calculator it's saying that. Now, how many significant figures should we give this to? Well, we should give it to 3, because every bit of data is given to 3 sig figs. They said 25.0 there, they haven't said 25, 28.5. They're given the concentration, that's a 3 figures. Here, this one's a 3 figures. Okay, so we should not give our answer as 0.118 moles per decimeter cubed. Okay, so hopefully that you didn't find that too difficult. Let's look at one slightly more difficult than that in the next video.